shout out to Pod. And then once again, provide us with those list of visits they've had.
Shout out.
And
Pride of Detroit.
Historically, Pride of Detroit. That's, POD, Pod. But Detroit Lions typically draft the guys they meet with. Mm-hmm. That is one of the biggest standards that they evaluate guys off of is your football character, your FBI, like your football intelligence. When you fit in here. When the tough gets going, the going get tough. Or whatever fuck it. When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Yeah. I mean, it works either way.
It works either way.
Yeah. Like a bisexual.
Wait, what?
You never seen Family Guy?
Either way, that's why these meetings are so important. I think we try to evaluate what the Detroit Lions are going to take. And shout out to Poole on this one, doing the homework. Top 30 visit, virtual visit,
and
a local pro day visit.
Shout out Poole.
One name has been consistent, and that's Josaiah Stewart. Mm-hmm. They've met with him 3 times now. It's Detroit or Michigan edge rusher, I should say, who's been an absolute demon.
I want it.
A little bit undersized, but I think 3 times might be a little bit of a tell. Projected second-round pick, but it's Brad Holmes straight back. You grab
what happens on a third date.
3 times might be a little bit of a tell, and I mean, if you draft Josaiah Stewart, I think that they're gonna play him at Sam, right? Like
you got to.
You have to play him at Sam.
Or first-year DPR guy, designated pass rusher.
Could be. I would like this move. That's a pass rusher, and he knows how to get to the quarterback, and he shows up in big games. He is a demon out there. But it goes against anything they like at the edge spot. So if my thought process is he would play the Sam. Mm-hmm. And I would to have him behind Derek Barnes or to be in that linebacker rotation where we saw Nowaski and Neiman and stuff last year fill in for Derek Barnes. Yeah, I would absolutely love that. Again, a second-round guy. I don't think they reach for him in the first round. But, yeah, I would take that for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see it happening in the first round, but I do like him a lot. I know Nick's pumped about it because that's one of his Michigan guys. But I'm looking at the top 30 visits. Other than that, they've really only met with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. And only 3 of those guys have, like, consensus first-round grades, and that's Gray Zabel, the tackle. He's going to end up being the guard at the NFL from North Dakota State. Edge, obviously, Josiah Stewart talked about, and my guy, Shamar Stewart. Trading back? Is that what's going to happen? I mean, Shamar's a guy that I don't think you get at 60. I think he goes before then.
I think he goes before 20.
Josiah Stewart?
Shamar Stewart.
Oh, Shamar. I'm sorry. I meant to say Josiah.
Yeah.
I apologize. Yeah, that's a guy I don't think lasts the second round.
I agree.
Pick 60 at all. I think you might have to move back in the second, grab him earlier on.
Yeah, so I think Brad is weighing his options here because of those 2 guys, neither of them would be the pick at 28. If you want Shamar Stewart, you're going to have to move up to get him. If you want Josiah Stewart, you're not going to draft him at 68 or 28. You're going to trade back. So we all think that Brad Holmes is going to move somewhere. And I think that's just a contingency plan. Like if he is in there and say Shamar Stewart falls past 17, 18, Brad Holmes is probably going to pounce and try to get him. But if it gets to 28 and none of the guys that he likes is on the board there, he could trade back. I mean, it's so hard to predict what this guy's going to do in the draft because he's so sporadic. Like, you can do fucking anything. You don't know. But
you can play the board. And you can play it true to like his valuations of these players, whether first round guys, second round guys. They take multiple swings in the back half of it, and the stuff. And I hate to harp on Shamar because I know I've been like the biggest like guy for him. But now they just met with him, and it's a conversation you got to have. Like at pick 28, or anywhere around that 20 to 28, or wherever he lands, where Brad moves up to grab him. I guess I'm just sick of people like judging this as like a top 5 pick or a top 10 pick. Like he's not worth like no, brother. In the second half of the first round, to grab a guy like that is a phenomenal draft pick. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? It's a guy with the upside of a guy you're paying right now and Marcus Davenport, but a healthier version of it.
Yes.
You know, like all you need is 2 to 3 moves. And that's coming from Bruce Irvin, like one of the best pass rushers of all time. It's not like if this was pick 10. Pick 15, pick 5, pick 2, and we grabbed Hutch and the conversation with Shamar Stewart, I could see the crash outs. I can understand why everyone's bitching.
Was it Bruce Irvin or Bruce Smith?
Irvin Smith, maybe. I don't fucking know. We'll mix it up. How about that? I don't know what that's
probably
like.
Bruce Smith.
Either way, the guy played for the Bills.
Yeah, Bruce Smith.
Kate Cunningham winning the Super Bowl. You know, we're doing big things over here. We're heavyweights. Shout out.
You know, I just don't want somebody to be like, oh, the heavyweights think that Bruce Irvin's the best pass rusher of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Bruce is good. But
yeah. Definitely meant Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
Either way, it's pick 28.
Yes.
It's the back half of the first round. Getting a guy like Shamar Stewart, a prospect like Shamar Stewart, is an A-plus pick.
Absolutely.
And again, I'm already been on the boat. I've been saying this since the beginning of everything. Like, if he decides to move back in the second round, take multiple swings at like Nick Scorton or Josiah Stewart, I'm here for that as well.
Yeah, and there is one thing I think that Brad values more than your football IQ or like your football, personality and what that is, and that's your RAS score and your athleticism. And Shamar Stewart had a perfect RAS score. Like, he is arguably the most athletic player in this draft. That is something that turns Brad on. Pause. And you can see that because he's met with him. I would love that.
Fan of guys
I would
with
love
big
it
butts.
if they get Shamar Stewart, or if they trade back and Epi. But see, I just don't think they're in a spot where they need to do that. I think they are 1 or 2 pieces away from winning a Super Bowl, and I could see him move. I just think he's going to move up because we know he wants a upgrade at edge rusher next to Aiden Hutchinson. We know that based on what he's done, who he's called for. He's been in talks with Daniil Hunter and Max Crosby and Myles Garrett and all these guys. He brought in Zadarius Smith. Unfortunately, Hutch was hurt. He wants to get that. We know he has been talking in excess about how much he has to pay these guys and all these contracts coming up. So Aiden Hutchinson, who will soon be making late 30s, probably $40 million a season, you pair him with a guy on a rookie deal for 5 years at the second most frugal position in football, then you forget about that for 5 years.
Yeah.
Because you've got your one stud defensive end locked down and the other guy on a rookie contract at the second highest paid position in football. I think it just makes sense. And like I said, with the depth of this draft class and the amount of edge rushers in there, I find it hard pressed to believe that he's not going to draft a first round edge rusher. But we'll see.
The other thing too, I guess, when it comes to Stewart is like, also maybe stop looking at him as just strictly an edge. Like, see what they're doing with Josh Pascal. Brad mentioned it last week. That's a guy we see playing a little bit more inside than we see playing outside. Shamar Stewart's been on record himself saying like he would almost prefer to play inside just because he knows the leverage he has against a lot of these guards coming off the ball with his long arms. I don't know. Just the versatility standpoint of that too. But